Here comes our
we
first
go.
8 in the Women's Senior Masters 8s, bow number 1.
Endeavor Racing Alliance from Mesa, Arizona. Winners for the last few years at the head of the Charles, driven by the amazing Kristen Kitt of Team Canada, who won gold in Tokyo and silver in Paris. We're lucky to have her.
Fantastic. And look at their port blades are blue, their starboard blades are orange.
Yeah, what a handsome boat.
Yeah, amazing. Here comes bow number 2.
Out of Atlanta, this is a Team USA Atlanta Rowing Club, rows on the Chattahoochee River in Roswell, Georgia, and is currently celebrating its 50th anniversary.
You can see they've got a bucket rig boat there too, with a pair on
the back.
port and starboard. Yeah. Here comes bow number 3 from Texas.
3, yep, from the Texas Rowing Center in Austin, Texas.
You can always tell the Texans because they have a Lone Star. They're very proud and wear it on their unis.
Yep.
Bow number 4 will be coming into view soon.
That's from Sarasota County in Osprey, Florida. It's a Masters-only rowing club rowing out of Blackburn Point in Osprey, Florida.
So
has
Masters,
over 100 members.
Masters rowing is basically older people, but it starts at like age 30.
Yeah.
So,
which doesn't feel that old to me.
That's
I
right.
don't know about
No, I agree. I totally agree. But that's the category you compete in once you're done with elite, I guess. Bow number 5 is coming into view.
Yeah, DeWolf, based here in Boston, Massachusetts.
Looking good, ladies. They have spent some time on this river for sure.
Bow 6 is here from across the country, Oakland, California, East Bay Rowing Club.
You'll see them coming into view in a second.
This crew wants you to know they are a group of fierce women.
Fierce women. They are certainly setting a beautifully smooth, fierce pace coming through. Bow number 7 is coming through. Bow number 8 is coming through.
Bow 7, Cornell alums. You could guess by the color.
Also,
now rowing out of BMA in New Canaan, Connecticut.
They want you to know they were the 1989 national champions.
There you
from
go.
their boat.
Bow 8, Sammamish Rowing Association in Redmond, Washington.
Sammamish is looking beautiful coming in here. Here comes bow number 9.
9 from Hillsborough, New Jersey, Philo, F-I-L-O.
Mm.
All right, all good.
Look at those
This
oars.
is the Senior Masters event, so the average age in these boats is
Over 50.
Over 50.
Bow 10 is Radcliffe alumni, based here in Cambridge.
Let's go, Radcliffe.
Alumni Rowing Association.
Wearing their Radcliffe black, looking very smooth. Another boat that spent an awful lot of time on the Charles River. Definitely have that home field advantage. Although, frankly, if you're in an 8, it doesn't matter where your rowers rowed. It matters where your coxswain cocks.
That's true. Bow 11, Litchfield Hills from Litchfield, Connecticut.
You can hear their coxswain pushing them on. Absolutely, just getting everything out of that boat.
Now coming into view, bow 12, Genesee from Rochester, New York. They row on the Genesee River.
One of the great things about this vantage point is we're seeing the rowers early in the race, and their form is still fantastic. They're not like exhausted, falling apart as they come into the finish. Bow number 13.
Bow 13 is Old Glory from Melrose, Mass. Former national team in Boston Rowing Center, lightweight women.
All right. Looking good, bow 13. Bow 14 is coming up.
Bow 14 is North Suburban Crew from Skokie, Illinois. It's an all-women's team from Chicago's North Shore.
Nice. That's not to say that any of these boats will look bad at the end. It's just that when you get tired, you really, really have to keep your mind focused to keep your technique working for you.
Bow 14 is a group of women who ski, bike, and curl together.
Curl or curl?
Curl.
Curl. Cool.
Yeah.
Bow 15.
Bow 15, Ann Arbor Rowing Club on the beautiful Argo Pond.
Looking fantastic.
And bow 16, just coming into view, here from Riverside, Trinity College crew from Hartford, Connecticut. Classes from the 70s and 80s.
Nice. Looking good, ladies from Trinity.
Looking awesome.
Yeah. There is a huge, huge mental game here for these rowers because you have to absolutely have your attention in the boat. And you'll sometimes hear a coxswain shout, eyes on the boat. You don't look at the other boats on the water. That's not your job as a rower. That's the coxswain's job. Here comes bow 17.
Bow 17, Blood Street Sculls from Old Lyme, Connecticut.
Rowing there, Anita de France, 8.
And bow 18, Annapolis Rowing Club from Edgewater, Maryland. Members of this crew have been rowing together for over 15 years.
15 years, and you can see, how well they row together. They're followed closely by bow 19.
Which is Swan Creek Rowing Club from Lambertville, New Jersey. They are teachers, counselors, engineers, and mothers who share a passion for the sport and sportsmanship.
Fantastic. That's fantastic. So the rowers really have to, you have to keep your mind on what's going on in the boat. You cannot let it wander for a second, coming very close to shore.
Course.
Yeah, very close, wow.
Bow 22, Toronto Sculling. They have a long history of racing the 8 at the Charles, winning the 40-plus 8 multiple times.
They're followed by bow 20.
Bow 20, Greater Lawrence Rowing from Lawrence, Mass.
You can see
from the Lawrence Rowing Club.
You can see that Toronto boat, how they're now sort of cutting across the course to get a nice line on the bridge.
Yep.
And again, you can row right on that buoy line. You just don't want to cross over it. Bow 23.
23, West End in Auckland, a crew of masters rowers from West End Rowing Club in New Zealand.
New Zealand. That's a long way to come to row for 20 minutes. But that's what everybody does here.
But it's been a good incentive for them to train harder and do more ergs.
That's right.
24, there's going to be a cheer here,
okay.
People. This is a Riverside boat.
Bow 21.
They're followed very closely. 24 is followed very closely by bow number 21. Here come those
24,
stripes.
a fun bunch of women who like to row fast and go to Duncan post-practice.
Looking very nice. What's bow 21?
Bow 21 is Recovery on Water, a rowing team out of Chicago, Illinois, which caters to only breast cancer survivors.
Alrighty.
And serves over 80 women in the greater Chicago area.
Let's go, Recovery.
What an impressive boat.
Fantastic job. Looking great. Bow 26 is followed by 27 and 25, all pretty close together here.
26, Marin out of Greenbrae, California, followed by 27, St. Catharines out of St. Catharines, Ontario, a recent winner at Canadian Masters Henley, and followed by 25, Northeastern University alums.
It's going to be a nice little pitch through that bridge up there. Bow 29's coming in closer to the dock.
29 is here from Great Britain, Marlow. They are former Great Britain national team members and Olympic medal winners.
Oh, just a few former national team members and Olympic medal winners.
Here from across the pond.
Right. Like we said, they come from all over the world just to row on our Charles River. Bow 28's coming up.
Bow 28 are the women Olden Bears. We saw the men just a little while ago, former California Golden Bears. They're not just alums, they're a group of athletes that have never lost their pursuit of fitness or love of rowing.
Let's go, Olden Bears. Looking very nice.
The Olden Bears row out of Montclair, New Jersey.
Love this. Here comes a very beautiful, very close competition here between bows 31 and 30.
Bow 30 is Saratoga out of Saratoga Springs, New York, and bow 31 is Lake Union out of Seattle, Washington.
And they are really pressing each other, eyeball to eyeball. And coxswain is saying, I've got their stroke seat, I've got their 7 seat, exhorting their crews to do the pass here, because as we said, this is sort of one of the first places where you can really comfortably pass on the course. And looks like that's what the closer in boat is doing. But it's a long race. It's a very long race. Are they even a mile in here?
I was just going to say, I think it made not even a third of the way.
Yeah. This is not even a third of the way. So they're going to keep pressing all the way down. And their coxswain's going to determine if they are able to, make those turns tighter. Next race, we're going to have the women's Grandmaster 8s, where the boats are 60, average age of 60. Looks like the course
and
record.
Impressively, we still have 22 boats in this in this event.
Looks like the course record was set by Endeavor in 2023 with a 17-minute 55-second row down the Charles, up the Charles.
Last year, the first 4 crews, the same crews that'll be seated 1 to 4 this year, all finished within 9 seconds of each other.
That's incredible. And remember, you are literally racing the clock here, but the start time is, I mean, they're just started a few seconds apart in the chute, so that's how boats will pass each other on the course. But ultimately, you are racing the clock. You can tune into some of the other live streams upstream of us at the Wells Boathouse, Cambridge Boat Club, and the Finish Line to see what's going on. Here comes Bow 1 in the Senior Master
Grandmaster
Grandmaster
8's Bow 1 Endeavor Racing Alliance out of Mesa, Arizona. They
Looking-
set a course record in 23, and they're looking forward to doing it again.
They're certainly looking very, very good right now. Well out in front of the next starting boats, as far as we can tell.
Number 2.
And as we said, these first 4 boats were only separated by 9 seconds last year.
Yep.
Bow number 2
From
coming
Great
in.
Britain, Upper Thames,
Upper
Remenham,
Thames.
Berkshire. They raced last year, came in second.
Number 3.
Let's go, Upper Thames. Looking very nice. Very nice as they smoothly row by the Riverside Boat Club. Bow number 3 is coming into view.
From Marin in Greenbrae, California. They're excited to be racing again. The head of the Charles is always the highlight of their rowing year.
Oh, that's very nice to hear.
Isn't it?
You can see them coming up. Here comes number 4, who I know by their colors are the Lucky Charms, cutting a very close line to that buoy.
The Lucky Charms rows out of Woodbridge, Connecticut.
I once ran in almost, not quite ran into, but came a
Yeah,
little
I was
too
kind
close
of-
for
I
comfort
was
to a Lucky
impressed that
Charms.
that you knew the Lucky Charms
Yeah, well,
signature T-shirt.
I came a little too
display.
close to a quad of theirs one year, so got an earful for that one. They won anyway. Bow number 5,
Chinook.
another composite group, looking very nice.
These athletes come from U.S., Canada, and the U.K. This is their 10th-year anniversary.
Wow, that's amazing.
6.
They also have a beautiful blade design there. Bow number 6 is coming into view.
Conabear from Seattle, Washington. They're the women's master team from Seattle, established in 1984.
And you can just tell how much they're practicing together. Absolutely smooth.
Yeah, just beautiful to
Yeah.
watch, isn't it?
Yeah. Clearing the puddles. One thing that they'll talk about in racing is clearing the puddles. So the bow rower, the first person in the boat, will make a puddle with her blade when it goes in. And the idea is the boat wants to get well past that before the stroke blade drops in. Got a close race coming up here with bows number 7 and 8.
Bow 7 is Three Rivers from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Bow 8 is Saugatuck from Westport, Connecticut.
We're going to watch them come up to this bridge, really sort of neck. And in the other boat make the call, and we all we did the wrong
followed
thing because
that.
we heard them.
Fine.
There's some geese sitting out there who look awfully placid
it's a
for
quad
being
of
right
geese.
right on the course. Bow number 9 is coming into view.
Bow 9, an impressive boat, called 1980 because these women are 1980 Olympic team members and
Wow.
friends.
Way to go, 1980.
Based here in Watertown, Massachusetts.
You know, the Olympian next door. It's kind of what it's like around here. Bow number 10.
10, Upper Valley Rowing in Hanover, New Hampshire. They row on the Connecticut River in Hanover.
I think those geese are going to try to cross the course now.
By the way, the 1980 team has an average age of 71.
Good Lord. And look at them. And they look amazing.
They do.
Pressing very hard. If you're looking upstream, you're going to see a couple boats go through the bridge together. Always exciting. Pacing each other right through. Yeah, there go those geese. They're just
Yeah,
taking
they're
their
just cutting
time.
across the race course.
Oh, but here comes an 8. We'll see what this does to them.
11, you got one more until we're down.
This is bow number
11.
11 and bow number 13 coming
11
into view
is
together.
Saugatuck from Westport, Connecticut.
Ooh, bow number 11's the pink 8 we were seeing earlier.
All of the rowers in boat 11 learned to row as adults.
Fantastic.
Right. Bow 13, Texas Rowing Center out of Austin, Texas. They have competed regularly nationally.
Bow number 12's coming up.
Bow 12 is Avalon out of Chincoteague, Virginia.
All right, Avalon. Looking good.
15 is a boat from Chinook in Melfa, Virginia.
So Avalon and Chinook, both composite crews. Watching some.
14 is as well.
Ooh, a whole bunch
Intrepid
coming up
Rowing
here,
Club
yeah.
out of Iowa City, Iowa.
Uh-huh.
And now
17.
This is
And
17 is the 1984 Canadian Olympic.
All right.
Women's 8 from Los Angeles, returning to row together.
Nice job, Canada. And here comes boat
16
16.
Is Northampton.
Northampton.
NCR women excited to be back on the Charles.
Looking good, Northampton. Got a whole bunch of boats here coming up together. This is going to be an
kidding.
exciting race if these boats all stay together going through those turns upstream.
Busy umpires on that bridge.
Absolutely. Watching very carefully. Not to get boats in trouble, but mostly to keep people safe. I mean, that's the main reason for all of these rules
Absolutely.
is safety is absolutely
Bow
number
18
one.
are the Chargers from Liverpool, New York, followed by their neighbors,
19.
Saratoga from Saratoga Springs, New York.
bow number 19.
Yeah. So you want to basically so you want to call out
All right.
like the bow number and an identified character.
Looking good.
So for this one,
As they're coming by us, we've got bow 21 that's going to come up soon.
or we got green top
Bow 21 from East Bay, Oakland, California.
broadcast team could say, okay,
And
on screen.
in the blue hull, 20
Mm-hmm.
from Cape Cod Rowing from Centerville, Massachusetts.
All right. We row everywhere in Massachusetts.
Absolutely. Cape Cod Rowing rows on Lake Wequaquet
Uh-huh.
in Centerville, Mass.
There you go.
So, and you want to pick like the most.
And they've got a nice, they're doing a great job out there. And we're going to have a boat coming in on the inside
Yeah.
of the lane, bow number 22.
Yeah, that close to the edge of the race course
Yeah.
is Rio Salado from Tempe, Arizona. They row year-round in the desert. The sand is our secret sauce. Go, ladies.
This is not the desert.
That to our studio.
And
It's
that's our
true.
race.
That's the race. Wow.
Just like
That one went by quickly.
Sure did.